So today we're hanging out with Grady Watts.
Yo, what's up, man? How y'all doing today? I appreciate y'all stopping by, man. I thought that was pretty cool. Y'all hit me up the other day. Wanted to come by and get some insight on some Grady Watts music, see how Grady Watts gets down. So I appreciate you wanting and taking the time to do so.
Well, yeah, man, your music is starting to make a buzz around town. You can swing on by, see how it's going.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, man. I'm getting a lot more feedback. We're getting a lot more people listening to Grady Watts here lately, and I don't know, man. It feels really good. It's a really good outlet, and obviously hip hop's what's it right now, man. So we're just gonna keep going with it and see how it goes, man. Hopefully everybody continue listening to Grady Watts.
That's cool. That's cool. So tell us how you got started doing this. I mean, we all know you come from a popular metal band.
Yeah, well, played in metal bands for a good while back in the day, and I always listened to rap music. I mean, I can think back to, when the first time I heard Straight Outta Compton by NWA and how that album completely changed my life. And, and I got to give it up to my mom and pops too for allowing me to listen to that kind of music being so young, you know what I'm saying? So obviously that kind of helps out, and, all the stuff going on in the world at that time, and then you hear that kind of music, and then obviously it kind of shapes, how you think, but also lets you know the reality that's really going on that you don't always hear about on things like the news or the newspaper. So that's good stuff, man.
Well, you mentioned NWA. So what other kind of influence do you have coming from this side across to the metal side?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, again, it started off when I was younger with NWA. Like I said, Straight Outta Compton. I remember the first time I heard the Too Short Born to Mac album. Again, that was a life changer. Just understanding, not only the words that would have been said, because I'm gonna tell you, Short Dog, that was a raunchy album, man. But the whole message behind it for, again, what's going on in his life, what he sees happen every day, and obviously repping his town. I mean, it kind of sets a different perspective, when you listen to mainstream music on the radio all the time, and then you have the opportunity to be exposed to not really only that lifestyle, but to hear those stories of those people and the stuff that they went through. You know what I'm saying? So, as you get older and really go back and reflect on that same music that you listened to when you were younger, not only do you understand it more, but, it was real stuff, man. And obviously that's what I consider rap is the real. That's what it is, man. It's no fables. You telling your own stories, but you ain't up in the fiction section of a fucking library. This is you, and this is what we do, and that's what it's about, man.
That's cool. That's cool. So where do you see what you're doing now? Where do you see that going forward?
Well, like I said, man, I've been slowly but surely working on this game since since I got out of the metal scene. Obviously, time plays a huge factor in what I'm able to contribute to that. But I've been doing this for 2.5, 3 years now, slowly but surely, not really trying to leak it out, not really trying to promote it every day or put flyers everywhere. Just go in the studio 15, make a couple tracks, post them on SoundCloud, hit it up on Facebook, and whoever listens to it. We'll put it out on Twitter or whatever, man. But word of mouth flies too, and I don't know. The weird thing is, man, this is a digital world. You know what I'm saying? So, most likely, will I have a CD? Yeah. And we ain't gonna front. I've been talking for a year and a half about putting a fucking CD out. Have you seen one yet? Fuck no. You know why? Because I ain't got time to do that shit. But guess what? Even though I ain't got no CDs, man, I got plenty of places you can go to on the internet, man. We're going digital. It's high quality. It's iPhone and Android friendly. So that's just going to save you and me time. You know what I'm saying? So you can check it out on the internet, man. Grady Watts, it comes up #1 when you Google that shit.
I hear you. So, given Wilmington, given North Carolina, what's your perception of the hip hop scene around here?
Man, I'm going to tell you, again, since I got into this game, believe it or not, my old bass player, Pig, we used to practice at the studio downtown on Front Street called 1515, and we kind of got out of the metal game, like I said, and you know, I was looking to do something, man. I had change in my life. I had to do something. You know, music's almost like my psychiatrist. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not only just an outlet, but it allows me to be able to tell the story of the things that happened to me in my life in areas, dog, that I would not be able to tell you in any other situation, just because, for one, it's not politically correct, and two, I can't just go somewhere like Target or something like that and just start spitting game and then start screaming like y'all hear me do. That ain't gonna fly. So this is the opportunity to do it. As far as Wilmington goes and what that scene looks like, again, hitting back up with 1515. You know, my man Adam is out there, and obviously having the opportunity to meet Jay Reese. And, you know, Jay Reese has done a lot, and for me, from an advice standpoint, because, again, man, when you come from a metal game and try to jump into the rap game, and I ain't talking about stuff like Rage Against the Machine or fucking Limp Bizkit or some bullshit like that. You know, and I love Rage Against the Machine, don't be wrong. I don't love Limp Bizkit. But I'm just saying, it's a game changer. But when you talk about, you know, like the stuff that, you know, not only Jay Reese, but people like, you know, Young Glad, people like Truth, people like G, you know what I'm saying? Like being able to really help you wrap your head around the game. Whispers too, man. I mean, you know, these dudes been doing it for a while, and being able to walk into a place like that to some people that's been doing it, be able to give you a couple of pointers, because I'm gonna tell you, man, the whole writing style is completely different, dude, than trying to write metal music. It's completely different. So was it a struggle? No, but being able to elaborate, be witty, be ear catchy, but then also try to spread to the masses. That's the big thing, man. So as far as the music scene in Wilmington, you know, there's a lot of talent, and I already threw some names out there, man, and there's just more and more talent coming out there. So I think Wilmington, not just Wilmington alone, but even places like Raleigh, you know, you got people out there that's up and coming, but it just seems like it's kind of tough in North Carolina. You know, we're kind of halfway between the Mecca and ATL, and then the other Mecca with New York. So it's kind of hard, you know, when you're in the median looking at both sides. You know, North Carolina really don't get too much recognition, but a lot of people trying to make that happen, and I'm hoping somebody will at least put this state on the map that can hang with it. You know, not one, two, three, four songs and be out the game. You know what I'm saying? Like put a permanent stamp on North Carolina, and I think that we got the talent to do it, man. They just got to do it the right way.
I hear you. So you mentioned how you know everything's busy, everything's always rushing. So what about new music? What do we got coming from you?
Well, I mean, again, man, in 2 years, I probably cut 15 tracks, and people ain't even heard half of them, and people ain't gonna hear a third of them, just because, you know, that's just stuff that stays in the cellar. But you know, like I said, my SoundCloud's been popping for a little bit. We're about to get this YouTube game going on. We're going to start expanding a little bit more. So everything that's on SoundCloud right now, you go to SoundCloud and check that out if you want to. It's soundcloud.com/Grady Watts. Again, you could just Google me, Grady Watts, Wilmington, North Carolina. That'll be the #1 result for either SoundCloud or Reverb Nation. So you can check that out. But you know, the songs that's on there, if there are CDs in circulation, those songs will be on there. But you know, we was just working in the studio last week and week before, you know, on a couple new tracks, and just hooking up with some new producers, man, like Dolo. Got some fresh beats from him earlier this past weekend, man. So I already started writing to that. Hooking up with some more talent in town. Trying to do some work with M Beats. You know, dude, I'm gonna tell you, man. When we talk about hip hop, we talk about rappers and hip hop artists. There's just as many good producers in Wilmington too, man. So I look forward to working with people like M Beats. I look forward to continue getting beats from Jay Reese. This new dude Dolo that I'm messing with, he's got some hot fire too, man. And obviously, you know, any of those other songs where we're doing like Cinema Beats or Evolution or whatever, man. I mean, you know, it's all for a good cause, man. And again, you know, you got to have the right music to be able to get the right rhymes out. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of hot beats out there. And again, I look forward to working with these new producers, but to continue working with these existing producers that I've been working with in the past, man. So we're getting ready to really turn it up, man. Like, this ain't no bullshit. Like, I appreciate it. Again, man, it seems like the timing couldn't be better for you guys wanting to come by and do this because the music's getting turned up. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about the volume. I'm talking about the frequency. You know, how much we gonna spit out. Just be ready to listen because it's coming regardless.
So, what do you see your purpose to be in the game here in Wilmington, North Carolina?
Again, man, you know, and again, this ain't about self-hype. This ain't about egos or none of this stuff. I mean, I'm going to jump in the booth and do my thing regardless if you put me on the stage, you know, whether I play first or last, whether there's 1 or 1,000 or 1,000,000, I'm still going to rip the shit out of it. It don't matter. But for my purpose, and here's what I can contribute. So not only, you know, can I spit, and am I the best rapper? No, man, there's a lot of talent around here, and I'll never be the one to come out and say I'm the best rapper. But I think I'm a little different than everybody else, right? So I can bring multiple things to the game. You know, a lot of people can come in and they can come in and rap all day, but who's going to come in and rap all day and then come in and scream their asses off like it just turned into a Lamb of God concert or to a hip hop beat? See, that's the thing, man. And this is where music has evolved, because you even think of back in the day where it was like, it was a Public Enemy and Anthrax. Bring the Noise, right? And then you had like Onyx and Biohazard, and you had Ice-T and Slayer. You know, it's always been more of a hip hop influence to go into metal music, to be able to rap to those riffs. And then ultimately, like I said earlier, you had a band like Rage Against the Machine come out and completely change the whole game. So what I'm trying to do is that, you know, I will say I can spit, yeah, but how many people you got doing these fly ass hip hop beats, coming in and not only throwing some 16s and some hooks in, but also being like halfway through a 16 and come in and scream your ass off and then pick right back up into that 16 and not miss a beat? There ain't too many people that can do that, man. So that's the element that I'm gonna bring to the table, that I already bring to the table. And I ain't gonna be like, no, nobody can fuck with me. Dog, if you feel like you can and you want to, then please do. But I'm just saying, this is what I contribute to the game. And this is what I'm gonna keep doing, man. Ain't nobody doing it like me around here.
All right. So, what if you ran across somebody who's never heard of Grady Watts? What would you want to tell them?
Man, first I try to scope them out just to see, you know, see what their persona is like. But honestly, man, you know, you listen to a lot of my music, you gotta have an open mind. You know, a beat's gonna start out fire. You know, hot beats sound like it's gonna be good, and the next thing you know, you got roars that sound like demons is coming through your speakers and shit about to cut your throat. And that ain't gonna happen. But that's Grady Watts getting ready, and then here I come with the 16 in. You know what I'm saying? So depending on who that person is, first of all, I'm gonna tell them to read between the lines, because a lot of stuff that I talk about absolutely happens to me. Will it be in a direct timeline? It's like the Tarantino 55? Hell no. You know, it might not be in the exact same timelines, but you got to be really willing to read between the lines as well, because a lot of times you got to know the story to know what the hell I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And been a lot of change. You know, there's been a lot of differences. There's been a lot of redirection, and now there's more time. So obviously, based on decisions, choices, change, and time, is what's going to be one of those things to allow me to keep progressing in music. And who knows how it's going to evolve? You know, you can't take a static music template and apply it to every song, because then you'll just end up sounding like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best to be different, and that's what I would tell somebody. Yo, it's different. Listen to it. You got to read between the lines, and you might have to listen to it a couple times, you know, to really not to hear what I'm saying, but understand what the hell I am saying, because I am saying some shit, and it's pretty fucking real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So here's your chance to speak to the masses.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell them?
Man, like it is. It's Grady Watts. It's Clarence Ills. Sometimes it's Dank Sinatra. You know, so I got these people trying to call me the Yankee Clipper. I don't even know where the hell that's coming from. I got a lot of friends from up north, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell the Yankee Clipper, but you know, it is what it is, man. You know, it's Dank Sinatra, it's Grady Watts, it's Clarence Ills. You know, that ain't 3 different people. That's 3 different aliases, because I might be rolling 3 different ways one night. You know what I'm saying? So the thing that I can say to y'all is that if you like it, keep liking it. If you don't like it, that's cool. You know, if you want to sneak this, that's cool. If you want to talk shit, that's cool too, because I'm really good at talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if you like it, spread the word. Appreciate all the assistance and just keep looking out for new music, man, because Grady Watts ain't stopping. We're just going to keep going and going and going. We're going to keep getting better and better and better. And that's the way it is. This is me. This is Grady Watts. So, what else you got for me?
We appreciate your time, Grady
Dog,
Watts.
I appreciate you stopping by today, man. You tell your peeps anytime y'all want to come by, man. I appreciate it. That's good stuff, brother.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You never beat me with hypnotics. The wrath I bring down, I have you looking out for falling optics. And you'll be sweating like somebody left you in the tropics. The work for lens crafters, but I'm good with the optics. And you don't wanna push the button. Cataclysmic proportions like Obama pushed all the buttons. All of a sudden, G.Watts bring the custom and